She is the #1 podcast host from the Caribbean, based in North America. Media Mogul and the legend agent to the biggest names in international cricket. This is Basia TV Podcast with Basia Powell.
From model to makeup artist to wife and mother. But when life should have been filled with the glow of pregnancy, Alicia Henry Harris was faced with a diagnosis that shook her world: breast cancer, while carrying her daughter. Pregnant and fighting breast cancer, Alicia turned pain into power. She brought Journi safely into the world, then built JourniforTwo to guide other women through the same fight. Now healthy and thriving, Alicia is proof that beauty, resilience, and love can conquer anything. This is a miraculous story of a woman who turned struggle into legacy. A voice for mothers and survivors. This is Alicia Henry Harris, and she's up next on the Basia TV Podcast.
This episode is brought to you by 124 Nut Out Sports Agency. Welcome to the next level. Basia TV Podcast starts right now.
Hey guys, it's your girl Basia, and welcome to the Basia TV Podcast, coming to you from Naples, Florida. Today we have a very special episode. When I learned of this particular guest, I said to my producers, we need to do this one. And for me, it's personal. As many of you know, some of you have been following me over the years, and some of you are new. I am a 16-year breast cancer thriver. And an advocate against the fight. So this is personal because my next guest was diagnosed with cancer during pregnancy. I've really never spoken to anyone with this story. And what many of you don't know is that I developed cancer during my pregnancy. The difference is that I didn't know. Her decisions, I'm curious about. Her fight is extraordinary. So today, I want to welcome my next guest, Alicia Henry Harris, to the Basia TV Podcast. Alicia, welcome.
Thank you for having me, Basia.
Yes, listen, we share so many things in common. Alicia was my first name when I was diagnosed with breast cancer during pregnancy. Didn't know it was then. So after I had my son, I discovered that I had cancer. So it was developed in pregnancy, which is quite common for women. And a lot of women are not aware of this. And when I heard that story, now years later, I went down a very spiritual path, and we're not talking about me. And here I am, Basia Alicia Powell, having a discussion with my namesake, Alicia Henry Harris. And this didn't happen by accident.
No.
Today is a bit of a challenging day. But when I tell you that this is a day and this is a moment, and I believe that this interview is going to change somebody's life. Even if we change 2 lives, that's enough. I want you to talk to me about, let's start from the top. Let's start from where I think every woman needs to learn from another woman's experience. Because when I was diagnosed, they said 1 out of every 7, I don't know, it probably starts a different. I should have asked my producers to check on it. 3 out of 10 women, I don't know what it's at now, but every other family is affected by breast cancer or some form of cancer. It's so common now. How did you discover, take us back, that you had breast cancer? This is the first lesson a woman needs to know. How did you find it?
So how I found out was I was pregnant. I was getting those checkups that you get during pregnancy. And it was just like a routine checkup, making sure the baby was good, everything was going good with the pregnancy. And the nurse asked me, she said, have you had your breast checked? Do you mind, or do you want to get your breast checked? Do you mind if I feel it? And I said, sure. So when she felt my breast, she's like, well, I feel a little something there. And she's like, but it might be because you're pregnant. It might be the milk ducts that's, everything is forming. She's like, I wouldn't think too much about it, but I am going to write you a script for you to go get it checked out just in case. So me thinking, because at the time I actually had implants.
Okay.
And so I actually just got, before this pregnancy, my implants swapped out. So I had to get a mammogram prior. And in that mammogram, they said that they didn't see anything suspicious. So when she told me that, I was like, it's probably nothing, because I did get a mammogram not too long ago. So when I went home, I actually put the script on the top of the fridge, and I was like, not thinking too much into it.
Yeah.
And then a couple days went by, and out of the blue, the thing fell from the fridge. And the way that it fell, it kind of just swooped down in front of me and just landed right there. And I completely forgot about it. I was like, wow, okay, let me go do this. This might be a sign, and this might be a sign from God. So I'm going to go and go get a sonogram. So they did an ultrasound of my breast. And when they did the ultrasound, the tech wanted to do further ultrasound. She called somebody else in, and they were both looking. And then next thing you know, they said that we want to do a biopsy.
Yeah.
And so when they asked and wanted me to do a biopsy, as a pregnant woman, I'm like, you want to do a biopsy on a pregnant woman, so that must mean that you see something. So that's kind of how that started.
Yeah. And what stage were you diagnosed at?
So when they first found out I had cancer, they didn't know the stage because I had to have surgery first.
Yeah.
But when I had surgery, it didn't reach to my lymph nodes. So I was stage 1.
Stage 1.
Thank God.
Thank God.
But I was grade 3. So it was very aggressive type.
Aggressive.
And if I wouldn't have caught it.
Yes. Aggressive. Same here. Yeah.
Yeah. If I wouldn't have caught it.
And that might have been. So I think you would have been, for those listening, because whilst we're doing this episode to educate the greater public, there's someone going through this right now, and this would change their lives, their life, or some people going through it right now. What type of breast cancer did you have? Was it double positive, negative? Was it triple negative?
No, it was the hormonal. So and that's why when you're pregnant, when you have the hormonal type of cancer, it tends to grow faster and develop a lot quicker. So that
because
is
of the estrogen.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Estrogen. So, yeah. So, I want to say something to someone out there listening, because I see too many women like us being diagnosed at stage 1. And they're like, oh, it's stage 1. I don't need to do anything. Or it's not that bad. But you said something earlier, and you said that it was aggressive, same as mine. Stage don't mean that a cancer is not aggressive, right, Alicia?
Exactly. That just means how you were able to catch it quicker than others, but that doesn't mean that it's not
treated aggressively. Yes. So I think that is something, as advocates for this cause, we need to discuss more. Like, people need to know that cancer, the stage of a cancer has nothing to do with how aggressive a cancer is. I think that's some misinformation out there that a lot of people think that, oh, well, I don't have to do this, I don't have to do that. But let's talk about you some more. So what did you decide to do? What was your next step? First of all, what was going through your mind when
Okay.
you know you're carrying this precious life inside of you?
Mhm.
I wasn't carrying anybody. I was like shocked. I was like, what the hell?
I
What went through
mean,
your mind?
literally just everything was going through my mind at that time. My thoughts were, am I going to be able to be here to see not only my other children, but this child be born or even grow up? And the first doctor that I went to see, they actually recommended that I have an abortion because
I'm not surprised.
I had to work on, saving myself.
Yeah.
And they thought that that was, the best option.
Yeah.
But with the new technologies these days,
Yeah.
there's other options out there. So thankfully that I had a mind of my own, and I wanted to get a second and a third opinion before I make any
Smart.
decisions.
Correct.
And
Yeah.
I said, there has to be a doctor out there with other options. And I advocated for myself, and I searched even the web to find out other women that were pregnant in the area, what doctors did they see. And I was able to find a doctor that had a treatment plan that actually just treated another girl who
Yeah.
was also Trini, by the way.
Really?
And she was in the area,
Yeah.
and she just went through her treatment. And so I went with that same doctor, and we were able to make a plan. So I was 14 weeks, and I had to go under for surgery. They did a lumpectomy because they wanted to do the quickest surgery possible because I was pregnant. So I did a lumpectomy, and then after that, I started chemo. They wanted me to start chemo. And of course, doctors tell you don't have Tylenol, don't drink alcohol. And you're like, wait a minute, you're telling me to do chemo while pregnant?
Mhm.
So of course, that is something that, me and my husband had to think about. What are the effects? We had to see it, pray about it. Was this the best decision? But it was either that or have a baby and the baby not have a mom.
I'm glad you said that.
So our decision was I was going to do everything possible
Mm-hmm.
that was recommended for me to do to be able to see my children. And
Girl.
also I made sure that we did it at a time, because if you time the chemo correctly and you do it in the last stage of your pregnancy when the baby's fully developed, it won't affect the baby. So it'll only affect the baby in size, but not anything else.
Yeah.
So that's what we did. We waited till we were in the last trimester and we started chemo, which again, everybody has been, all the moms that have been pregnant and I've had babies before, pregnancy is no joke.
No.
It's the closest thing to death that women get to. And adding cancer on top of that was crazy because I had morning sickness, throwing up. I have to do chemo, and
you have all those symptoms with chemo, like throwing up.
In the midst of chemo, in between chemo, I got COVID during that time.
Girl, stop
and I'm like, if the devil is not trying to attack. So they actually had to stop chemo a little bit, and we had to induce the baby early and then continue the chemo after, and then followed by radiation. So during that time, my baby was the one that was giving me hope. I was like, please, God, just let the baby come out healthy and let me have this baby. Once I had the baby, I was able to breathe and be able to more focus on myself, knowing that she was good. And when she was born, she had the lungs of Mariah Carey. She came out screaming. And I was like, thank you, God.
And of course, you called her Journi. That's where
and I named
the organization
her
is named after you.
I have 2 kids, and one is Jazeer and Julian, 2 boys.
2 boys.
And they're older. So right now, she's 3, one is 18 and one is 22. So I had two grown boys. And it was a new marriage that got me, having a baby again. So if it wasn't for all of that, everything happened for a reason, because I met my husband. He proposed within a month and a half after meeting me.
Wow. And he stood
usually
by your
people would be
side
like,
during this
no,
time.
run. But I was like, you know what? God is telling me say yes and see where this takes me. And
your husband stayed by your side. Let's acknowledge him during this
he
time,
did.
because so many men don't.
Yes.
They don't. They run. Yeah,
I know they run, and not to say
you
it was
got a
easy,
good one.
and not to say it was easy, because it was
wasn't.
not.
He didn't sign up for that.
He didn't sign up for that. Exactly. He thought he married. He's like, I married a model. Yeah. Oh, life is good. We're gonna be living it up. He did not know through sickness and in health would hit us.
Those are real vows.
Fast. Within 3 months, I'm pregnant. Then I'm diagnosed 3 months after that. He was not ready for that. So it was, I'm not going to say it was easy breezy, okay? Because the marriage, we still are trying to find our place after all of that. So, but he was a man, and he is a man of God, and he was very prayerful and praying for me through it all. And so I'm very thankful that I had him there for me.
Yeah, a special shout out to those fabulous men who stood by our side. Because that is not easy. I mean, the two things are two separate things. There's a pregnancy, and then there's a cancer diagnosis.
Yes.
That can't be easy. You are one brave queen. Thank you. I see the smile on your face, and I see I think, I like to think sometimes that cancer knows who to choose. You know what I mean? Sometimes some people are built for certain things.
Yeah.
And you didn't let it stop you or break you. You broke it.
Yep.
Good for you.
And everything that I went through, even the things that you were just talking about and saying, like the misdiagnosis, there's so many misdiagnoses, and there's so many people that are actually pregnant with cancer that do not know that.
Yeah.
They don't know that.
So my own developed there because I had so much estrogen, apparently. I had estrogen to give away.
Yes. And a lot of women, they don't find out till after they give birth, or after the baby's maybe 1 or 2 by the time they find out. And sometimes it's not like in our case where it's stage 1. So because of that, sometimes now it's stage 3, stage 4. So that's why I started JourniforTwo, which is named after my daughter and our journey together. So JourniforTwo. And I said, you know what? I need to help other moms that are not only, I'm helping moms that are pregnant with cancer, but also moms that have small children. Yeah. Imagine all the things we go through, going through
no partners. And no partners.
Yes. And some of them don't have anybody. Some of us are lucky to have a husband there. Some of them, I've dealt with a mom that she was pregnant with cancer, and her husband left her, and she has 4 kids and pregnant. So those moms, somebody needs to be there for them. And then also trying to implement more testing during pregnancy, so that way they can be able to catch that. So that way there is not a misdiagnosis. And that way there's more moms being able to watch their children grow up, and the small children not happen to witness losing their moms because of cancer, because of a misdiagnosis.
So cruel. So cruel. Yeah. Before we go to break, I just want to remind everyone, Journi, I'm calling you Journi. That's your daughter's name. Alicia.
Okay. I'll be Journi.
And I were both, it was your journey. So that's, but Alicia and I were both diagnosed at stage 1. That's not why we're here. This is a common misconception. I can't begin to tell you how many women I know at this point. I can count to 10 and keep counting, who found out that they had breast cancer at stage 1. Despite you said something that was so important a few minutes ago. Is that you had to take the decision after praying and, and asking the right doctors and, getting second and third opinions. And you decided to take the path of choosing to do chemotherapy. So many women get diagnosed at stage 1 and feel that they don't have to do chemotherapy.
Yeah.
And you said something that I said to myself. You wanted to give yourself the best chance to be here for your children.
Exactly.
A lot of people, and I'm not knocking anybody, but a lot of people take the alternative medicine path. Personally, for me, I have never seen that work out.
No.
Yeah.
Cancer is a very tough thing to battle. You need a
Cancer needs
combination, if
chemotherapy.
anything, of multiple things. If you want to do the holistic route,
Good
you got
for
to
you.
mix it with whatever the doctors
This
recommended
is
because,
my platform, and I'm a breast cancer survivor, and I'm allowed to say what I truly believe in.
yeah.
And cancer needs chemotherapy.
Yep.
Full stop.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a break. And when we come back, I'm going to talk to Alicia Henry Harris about turning her pain into purpose. This is Basia TV Podcast, and we'll be right back.
This segment is brought to you by Ricardo Powell Cricket Academy, based in Tampa and Naples, Florida.
Welcome back. It's your girl Basia coming to you from Naples, Florida. This is a Basia TV podcast, and my guest is Alicia Henry Harris, and she is a breast cancer survivor who had an incredible journey, and her story is so inspiring. She is the founder of JourniforTwo, and it explains itself. She was diagnosed while pregnant with her daughter. And what a brave woman she is to take a decision to not just endure morning sickness and pregnancy side effects, but to choose chemotherapy and the side effects that we all know to be horrific
Yes.
that comes with doing chemo while pregnant. Now, before we talk about your purpose, you're a stunning woman, you're an attractive woman, and we have to talk about that. And here's why. Because so many women choose their physical good looks and they feel that it's an inconvenience to do chemotherapy to lose their hair. We are here to tell you that it grows back quickly and just as
Yes. This is 3 years
Mhm.
after chemo. I
Yes.
completely lost all my
Mine
hair.
grew all the way back. This is
Yes,
a
and
choice
what
for me
God
now.
takes away, He gives back and 10 times better. Because these I didn't
Yes.
have my curls was not popping like it is today. Let me tell you.
Correct. And I like to say that God never takes anything from me without giving me better. And that's how I felt during that time. Let's talk about your purpose. You made your pain into your purpose. What was then and what is now your vision for JourniforTwo? What's the vision? And look at
So
that smile on your face when I asked you that question.
I know everybody says that. They're like, when you talk
Yeah.
about it, I'm like, well, my
Mhm.
vision is just so to make sure that no mother
Mhm.
ever feels alone. Like, even though I was surrounded by people, I still felt alone because I felt like there was nobody that really understood the decisions or the things that I was feeling. So I
Wow.
want to be that voice and be that person and build that network that other women and other mothers can relate to
Yeah.
and just make sure that they're not alone. Anything that they need, I want them to be able to find resources. I'm able to help them find doctors, whether they need ride to the hospital for treatment or need daycare. My nonprofit tries to provide those things for mothers and
And you
also
are
the
based
diagnostic
in
testing.
Tampa, correct? Tampa,
Yes,
Florida.
we are in Tampa, but we help moms nationwide.
Nationwide. So how can people connect with you? A woman listening right now and she wants support, she wants help, she has no resources. How can they connect with you?
So they can connect with me through a website. It's JourniforTwo. I'm sure you will keep it posted or it's tagged down on the bottom, but it's spelled like my daughter's name, Journi, and it's FORTWO. And .org is our website. We also
Yeah.
can find us on Instagram.
Mhm.
And there's many different ways to get involved, whether you want to get involved, donate, be a sponsor, attend one of our events. You can definitely reach out and fill out the information and also join our our newsletter.
Yeah, that's amazing. So you heard it here, guys. If you want to support Journey for Two, journifortwo.org. You know, we always encourage you in our last episode where we spoke to two-time cancer survivor David Octavia Gandel, and he operates out of Miami. We don't wait until something happens to you to be a part of a fight. The advancements that are being made in modern medicine, for the fight against cancer. If others didn't put into the fight, if people did not donate to Cancer Society and so on, they would not have been able to save Alicia's life and the life of other women who are diagnosed whilst pregnant. When this happened to me, I couldn't fathom having chemotherapy, whilst being pregnant. So we urge you to give back to your formal bodies, cancer bodies in your states, in your countries, because this podcast is global. Cancer affects every family, and it's important to give back so that they can do the research to save more lives and help organizations like Alicia's organization, because she's out there making a difference. She turned her pain into a purpose, and I love it. I absolutely love it. Well, we want to soften it up a little bit, right? So, but before we go on to do something a little fun, I want to ask you, for a woman who might be facing a diagnosis like this right now, particularly during a pregnancy, what message do you have for them? Because it's one thing for me to tell a woman diagnosed with breast cancer how to receive it, how to do it. But I have never been able to tell a woman who's pregnant and diagnosed with breast cancer anything. To me, that is even more challenging. You know, my son was born. He was a year old by the time I found out. What do you want to say to that person listening right now, that woman who was scared? You and I know when you first hear this thing, you know how scared you can be for me, it was the first 10 days. Normally I'm a 24-hour person. How did you feel? What was your shock, the duration of your shock period?
I'm still in shock. I'm just kidding.
Oh my God.
No, but
my duration was 10 days. And then I was like,
no, yeah, it was.
Do you know who I am?
it was probably the first week for sure.
Yeah.
And
that 10 days was like, I was like, God, do not take me from my children. Yeah. God, I had real talks with God and stuff. But somebody's in their shock period now, which is my point. Yeah. What are you going to tell them?
Well, I would tell them, even though you may not think that, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Whatever you're going through, just try to think positive, be prayerful about it, and be hopeful. And there will be a light at the end of the tunnel. And please listen, women, listen to your bodies. If something feels off, get it checked out. Don't wait and don't listen. Because even now, me with my pre-existing conditions, I try to go to the doctor because I felt something again. And they were like, okay, well, we'll see you in 3 months. It's like, excuse me? Like, we don't have anything till then. So this is why, again, I have Journi-for-Two. So now I am doing free breast exams at all of my events. And it's with a new technology that is non-invasive. It's not a mammogram, but it's very almost spa-like. It's called Basia. And I'm bringing that new technology. There's no radiation. And we're offering this to women at our exams. At our events, because you have to speak up for yourself. If they say no, they can't get you in 3 months, don't stop there.
And how often do you have your events? Not to cut you. How often do you have your events?
So I usually have about 3 events a year.
Perfect.
I'm going to have my next one in December. December 7th.
Is that in the Tampa, Florida area only?
Yes, it's going to be in Tampa, Florida. So if anybody's in the area and want to get a breast exam, come and check us out. I will, you could check out our website or Instagram. We'll, for further information. But yes, ladies, just please don't stop. Advocate for yourself. Listen to your bodies and don't take no for an answer. If something feels off, I don't care if you have to go to the emergency room, run up a bill, whatever you need to do, but you need to go get yourself checked out if you feel like something's off.
I endorse that message. As you say that, I want to tell our listeners and viewers one thing about what to endorse your message. I remember discovering my lump, and I was in a doctor's office within an hour because I was not afraid of no one.
Yeah.
No lump. And within an hour, at the time I lived in the Caribbean, in Trinidad and Tobago to be exact. And the doctor said to me, I'm not blaming him. I'm just telling you what he said. Oh, no, this is nothing. You just finished breastfeeding. It's the residuals of the breast milk or whatever. And I knew that this didn't feel right to me. I am grateful that my husband and I had the means at the time. And we were already planning to travel that summer with our children. But literally within 5 to 7 days, I was out of the Caribbean and I went to Baptist Health, South Florida, and started my process to discover that I had breast cancer.
See.
If I wanted to hear, sometimes people want to hear, oh, no, it's nothing.
Yes.
Your point that you made a while ago, listen to your body. You know your body more than anything else. I was like, this feels like something. I need a second opinion.
Yep. Always get a second opinion.
And
if I wouldn't have got a second opinion, my daughter would not be here if I just went with the first.
Correct. And I would never forget the look on the radiologist's face. He took a step back.
Yet that's what happened with mine too. They were like, "Oh,
correct.
Call somebody else."
And I was like, "What are you seeing?" He said, "No, talk to your doctor." And I'm like, "I'm going with the radiologist's reaction. I'm getting on a plane and I'm out." And here I am today, 16 years later.
Yeah.
Chemotherapy works.
Yeah, it does.
The inconvenience of acute bald head is absolutely, it pales by comparison.
Yes.
To leaving your children and your family behind.
And you have short hair and you look beautiful. So you were like, I'm just going to keep it short because.
Well, no, it's been 16 years. I went back long and
Yes, no, but I love it.
I have done different versions of this since. In fact, I remember right after it happened, I didn't want to see short hair. It was a reminder.
Oh, okay.
It took me years. So I went long, but it took me years until. Let me ask you this: did this happen to you as well? Because I have a few other family members and friends who they've had similar journeys. Where I remember one day my oncologist saying to me in Miami, she said, everything that happened initially, you're like, what is this? What is that? What is it? And she looked at me one day and she said, you know that other things can happen to you besides cancer, right? It had that effect on me for a few years, that every single thing you thought, is this linked to this? Did that happen to you?
Yes. No, it happens to me. And especially since the work that I'm doing. So I'm speaking with women and they're like, oh, it came back. And, so in my mind and in my head, I'm always checking and always thinking, oh my gosh, is this, I have a back pain. Does this, you just think everything can be. Yes.
Yeah. I wanted to address it because often a lot of people don't talk about the insecurities that comes with it.
Yeah. That's PTSD that we suffer
Every
from.
little thing you're like, but you know what? I remember that day when my oncologist said, Dr. Mary Jo Villar, God bless her, she's so amazing. She said, listen, she's Latino, she said, other things can happen to you too, right? Besides cancer. I'm like, I know, but she said, yeah, relax. It's gonna be okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be okay, Mama. That's funny that you say that because I don't think of anything else.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what it can do to you. And those are the things we don't talk about.
Yeah.
And somebody also needs to hear that today. I don't think we should go looking to see what's going to happen, or we are just so blessed to be here.
Yep.
Full stop. We did some of the right things. A lot of times people don't choose the right course of treatment.
Yeah, or they choose not to get any treatment
At all.
At
Yeah.
all. I
And
mean,
we are begging you to do that.
there are some things that I believe, cancer is a money-making thing. It is.
Oh, yeah.
But there are a lot of things like chemo and radiation. If it's recommended, I recommend that you do it.
Numbers don't lie.
Yeah, they don't lie. I mean, there's other things that, some people have said that they stopped taking the pill because it didn't work for them. There's different things. That's your body, whatever works for you. But as far as chemo and radiation, if it's recommended, you have to give yourself the best.
It's there for a reason.
Yes.
I don't understand. If they have high blood pressure and the doctor gives them pills to pop, they're taking it to keep their pressure down. Like, why don't you go to the non-traditional medicine way for some of the things that no. Medicine is there for a reason. Research has gone in trials, everything. And yes, we know, as you said, there's a money-making part of it, but there's a life-saving part of it. There's
a life-saving part. And some people try to judge me for doing chemo while pregnant. Like, why would you do chemo while you're pregnant and put your baby at risk? Okay, so you'd rather my baby be born and not have a mother? Yeah, and my baby is here and she's healthy.
Yeah. It's really weird to me, but you just keep inspiring and keep spreading your word. You were saved for that purpose and you are doing it.
I believe
and
that.
My goal, I did a lot in the Caribbean. My new goal is to use my platform to promote persons like yourself, because I was saved for a reason.
Yeah, you were.
And we need to promote the message, because there's some people out there, they're scared and they don't have great support, but they have organizations like yours. And we'll use platforms like mine to continue to fight.
Yes, because you're getting the word out. So many people, there's probably somebody watching this right now that's like, you know what? I felt something in my breast, but I just put it off. Today to go get checked. And that's all. As long as we can help.
This is the platform he gave me to do it. And I will do it for as long as I can. Go check it out. I like to say also to people, early is good. Use it well.
Yes. Early detection saves lives.
Detection saves lives with the right course of action.
Yes, with the right course of action. Exactly.
Don't go home and say it's early and you go back to your bed and you go on living your life. Then it becomes late. I can't begin to tell you how many people I know like that.
Yeah, I mean, you have to. That's why I started chemo while pregnant, because it's not something you can wait on. I found out and I had to start it immediately because
it's aggressive. It was grade 3.
I'm gonna wait another. If I would have waited to have the baby first, I probably would be stage 4 or not be here right now. So it's not something that you can wait on. If someone
it's tricky. We don't mess with it
now. You get treatment now if you want to be there for your children or get the best chance at life.
Yeah, agreed. Such a powerful message and such a powerful journey you're on. No pun intended.
That's exactly how I chose the name, because my 2 boys are J's. And I was like, what am I going to name my daughter? I want to name her a J as well. And I just wanted something different. And I said Journi so many times on my journey that I was like,
that's it. Yeah. That's the name. And how is Jenny doing today? I'm sure she's healthy.
She's good. She's 3 and she's a little boss babe. She started walking at 7 months. So when
Miracle
people
baby
thought she was going to be behind, no, she's advanced. Okay. She started walking at 7 months. She's talking. She's potty trained. She's amazing. She's my
Yeah.
bestie. I thank God for her every day. I mean, she definitely helped me through this, and she saved my life. So
She
that's
saved your life. Look at
yeah.
that. Guys, I want to remind you all to check out our other podcasts, just Basia. Um, this is an inspirational platform that we created just for you, where we get to talk about authentic solo moments, no filter, no guests, just me and you, giving you my truthful thoughts. And our other platform are Gen Zs. They are so excited. These guys, you if you haven't seen them, don't miss them. They are unfiltered and they are Gen Zs and they are entitled to their views as well. So follow us all, subscribe to our YouTube platform, like us, follow us on Instagram and all our platforms, and follow Journi42 on Instagram and keep up with all their events. When we come back, we're going to take another break and I am going to put Alicia Henry Harris in the hot seat, but we like to call the pepper pot, even though I kind of feel that you've been through a few pepper pots on
Right.
your journey. But this one is a fun one, okay?
Okay, I'm
A
excited.
fun pepper pot. I'm going to have 10 questions for you, rapid fire. It's your girl, Basia. We'll be right back.
This episode is brought to you by 124 Nut Out Sports Agency. Welcome to the next level.
Okay, welcome back. It's your girl Basia, and you are watching and listening to the Basia TV podcast. And I'm hanging out with breast cancer thriver, with an awesome story,
Thank you.
an incredible journey. And she is the founder of Journi42, a mom who was diagnosed during pregnancy. And I'm so inspired by your journey today. So let's lighten it up a little bit.
Okay.
Enough about that part. Let's turn our pain into some serious purpose here. So, producers, run the clip. Let's get into.
It's getting hot. We drop you in the pepper pot.
Okay. Alicia, what's the first word that comes to mind when you hear the word strength?
Power.
Who's your biggest cheerleader?
Journey.
Makes sense. Coffee or tea on a rough morning?
Coffee.
A song that instantly lifts your spirit.
Ocean waves.
Really? Wow. What's scarier, the unknown or losing control?
Losing control.
Yeah. You would think that this journey that we've had would make us know that we're not in control, right?
Yeah, we're used to the unknown. It's the
Yeah. Yeah. One thing you do that instantly makes you happy.
Being a mom, taking care of my kids.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
That's the new me, the old me.
Yeah, I get it. Mhm. If Journi described you in one word, what would it be?
Her safe place.
I like that. I really like that. What's the most beautiful part of being a cancer survivor for you? It's kind of oxymoron.
I would say just being able to relate to the people that I'm serving. And I don't know if I even mentioned this to you guys, but I'm actually wanted to get more into helping hands-on. So I'm actually in nursing school now too.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yes. So
girl,
because
you
I wanted
living
to
your
have
purpose.
that medical background to go with my journey to be able to take this to the next level.
I think that's incredible. And that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And you certainly have the persona to pull it all together. You know, I have one more question for you, but I wanted to say this since you share that. I can't begin to tell you what a difference it made when you saw a nurse coming into the chemo ward smiling. Those nurses were absolute gems. So
Yeah.
it makes sense.
Yeah.
You would fit right in to that profession. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
doing that. Yeah. Okay. Who would you love to have dinner with, past or present?
Probably my grandma. She's passed away, but I would have loved that.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Fill in the blank. Happiness is.
Happiness is joy, love,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
freedom.
Freedom. That part.
Yeah.
That part. Oh, this was amazing. Thank you for doing this. And thank
Yeah.
you for allowing us to share your story. And it is our hope that our platform would bring a lot more people towards your organization, Journi for Two. We believe in what you're doing, and that's why we wanted you here. It,
Thank you.
thank you for being an inspiration to women, in particular women of color,
You too.
because we have, thank you very much, we have less resources available to us if we can't afford it ourselves, and that's heartbreaking at times. So the work you're doing is very important, and may God continue to bless your hands and your journey and your beautiful family.
Thank you. You as well.
Thank you, guys. Go follow Alicia Henry Harris on at Journi for Two. And if you need to reach out to her, her website is www.journifortwo.org. I always say, cancer does not have to take your life, it can teach you how to live. And Alicia is certainly living up to that mantra. It's your girl, Basia. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And thank you for supporting the Basia TV podcast. I hope today's episode changed a life or two, because I know firsthand what cancer can do to your life if you allow it. Make the right decision. Get a second opinion. Go get an examination. And remember to live the life you love and love the life you live. I'm outside. See you next week. Cheers. Basia TV Podcast was created by Basia Alicia Powell, hosted by Basia Alicia Powell, executive producer Basia Alicia Powell, producers Delicia Winnell, Alicia Bazin, creative Basia TV Productions LLC Carver Consultant, music, all rights reserved to Basia Alicia Powell and Ricardo Powell, editors Basia Alicia Powell, Delicia Winnell, visual effects Basia TV Productions LLC and RJ Powell. Music composer Basia TV Productions, all rights reserved. Guest bookings Carver Consulting, legal consultant Alicia Bazin. Special thanks to all our guests.